Can you guess what the most common addiction in America is? It's actually also the most widely accepted one. No one bats an eye when they hear someone has it. It's caffeine. I think I saw a study that said about out of 100 adults, about 70, 80 of them have some sort of caffeine addiction. So 2 years ago, when I first started ever drinking anything caffeinated, it was coffee. For the first time, because my mom always drinks coffee. She's one of those people where she can drink it in the morning or in the night, she doesn't feel anything. I was like, I want to try coffee because, I always see her drink it all the time. So I'm like, I want to see how it feels. And so I drink it. She puts a lot of the cream and sugar, that really sugary stuff in there. I drink it. I'm like, oh yeah, this is really good. Obviously, because she battered it in sugar. Obviously, it's going to taste decent. And I just immediately I get that kick of energy. I'm like, oh my God, this is what I needed. And so I kept drinking it every single day. I kept drinking cups of coffee every single day. It was nothing. And it got to a point where I just kept drinking coffee every single day. And I drank multiple cups. And then eventually like I said, it's almost like a bell curve. It's I'm getting these really nice bouts of energy. But then I'm drinking too many cups of coffee a day. And so I'm trying to get this out of the sun. So I drink too many cups of coffee in a day, and then eventually I start getting really jittery because whenever, I don't know if it's just me or because I know most people have talked about it before, is about whenever you're drinking coffee, how you get kind of jittery from it. You kind of feel a little anxious at times, and it got bad. I got really anxious in the mornings before when I went to my classroom, and it was because of coffee. To better understand whether or not you should drink coffee or you should drink tea, we have to talk about what they both have, obviously, and what the similarities and differences with them. So obviously, biggest similarity, they're both almost little to zero calories, most of the time 0 calories, and they both have caffeine. Now, the dividing point for these two is the amount of caffeine that they have. So the most amount of caffeine you're going to have from tea is black tea, and it's maybe about 45 to 50. A cup of coffee normally has about 80 to 90. 80 to 90. So we're going to compare just a cup of coffee. We'll say 90 milligrams of caffeine compared to green tea, which has maybe about 30. So a third of that. So, and you're thinking to yourself okay, so what exactly is caffeine? Because you hear people talk about all the time, caffeine, it's just, that thing that gives you more energy. It doesn't necessarily give you more energy. So first you need to understand how your body works. So you wake up in the morning and you have this thing called adenosine. Adenosine is this compound that's inside of your body, and and it's basically the thing that helps control your circadian rhythm throughout the day. It gets the later on through the day you go out, the higher the adenosine's going to go. So let's say in the morning it starts right here. Then you go through the morning, then the afternoon it slowly goes up, and then throughout the day it continues to go up because throughout the day it's trying to it has that feeling of making you tired. That feeling of kind of tired, whenever you get that crash in the afternoon, which we're going to speak about that. Excuse me. But with coffee, right? Most people are going to drink coffee either as soon as they wake up, or they do it the way Humorman does it, and you drink it an hour and a half later, which is just a much better way of drinking coffee, so you can have a little more consistent energy with it. Coffee is more of a get up and go. You get up, you drink coffee, and you're going to have energy. You're going to have this a bit of energy for a bit of the day. It doesn't actually give you energy, and it more so just kind of makes you feel not tired. It's not the same thing. Point is, with coffee, you're going to have like I said, this spike of energy in the day, but then all of a sudden you're going to have this crash. like in the afternoon. And even if you do, like, you can try Huberman's thing where like you delay it an hour and a half, and that does help it regulate a little more, so you don't have that massive crash in the afternoon. That obviously, if you've ever drinking coffee, you probably had that before. When it comes to tea, on the other hand, that's not the case. You're not going to get a crash from tea. That's not something that you're going to get. It doesn't have enough caffeine for you to even get that level of crash. What tea has that coffee lacks in is L-theanine, which L-theanine, if you don't know what that is, it's a protein that is good for your brain, that helps you have like that calming effect. And with L-theanine and also that little bit of caffeine that's inside there, it can help you have like not as much of a spike as coffee, but it can help you maintain like a constant level of energy. Like let's say you drink green tea in the morning, you're drinking green tea, and then you're gonna feel like kind of calm from it. And like throughout the day, you're gonna notice like, you don't have like that insane like, you don't have like that crazy boost of energy that you get from drinking multiple cups of coffee, but it's more of like a constant like kind of lingering feeling of like calmness, clear-headedness, and then also just like a slight bit of energy. This is big. If you're somebody who like genuinely cares about, like, okay, like let's say you're trying to sit down and you're trying to focus on doing some schoolwork, or you're focusing on trying to build your business or whatnot, what this is going to do is this is going to help you have a clear mind. Like, because coffee is like one of those things where like, people they just chug it. Like they just chug their coffee, and then they'll get more cups and chug it, more cups and chug it. Tea, it's not the same way. You start your morning off with tea, you're slowly enjoying the tea while also you're living in the present moment, because tea's not one of those things where like you just chug down tea. It's never one of those things, unless you get like those really sugary sweet teas. There's something that you have to like kind of drink little bits of it and then just let it like sit in. Like it's almost kind of meditative, almost just the way that like you drink tea. Like you slowly drink it throughout the day. Well, not throughout the day, throughout the morning time, obviously. And it kind of promotes like a healthier mind. It helps you kind of sit down and like kind of just enjoy the morning, enjoy the smell of tea, enjoy like the slight taste of it. Like, because tea doesn't necessarily taste like amazing. It really doesn't taste like much of anything to me, but it kind of just, it helps you like just have like a good mindset throughout the day. Now, if you want to make your tea into essentially like an energy cocktail, like and make it even better, is put some raw honey in there. And when I mean raw honey, I'll make a video talking about how to actually go by that and how to actually buy some. Raw honey is essentially just honey that doesn't have a lot of preservatives and stuff in it. And so you get some raw honey, you put some in there, stir it up, then you drink it. And this is basically an antioxidant cocktail, because you have so many antioxidants and minerals that are coming from this, that it's also going to give you more energy throughout the day, even more consistent energy. A lot of the times people who drink coffee, like it's really just get up and go, which isn't bad. If you're somebody who is like going straight into doing your work, if you're somebody who's going straight into doing something, then that's fine, but give tea a shot. Like replace tea, like if this can be your actionable step, is replace tea as your main source of caffeine for a week. See how it is. See how it makes you feel. If it doesn't make you feel as good as coffee does throughout the day, then you don't have to drink it. I'm just saying you should give tea a shot, because if you're somebody who's really taking like their productivity seriously, this can be a game changer for you. It can be something that can actually help you feel a little more sane throughout the day. It can help you like have that clear-headedness that you need to actually go conquer those goals, and not like get in your head and stuff and keep thinking all the time. That's all I have for you boys.